Welcome back to White Fox After Hours.
Welcome.
I'm Scarlett.
And I'm Cody.
And we are your hosts of the official White Fox podcast.
And we've moved into our new studio. I'm obsessed with it.
We're fully moved in. Okay, I keep needing to remember that people are going to see me this whole time. I'm like...
I know.
Because we've also got the new cameras.
Yeah.
Usually we just have snippets, but now... So PSA, for anyone listening, we only have a few YouTube videos and like full few videos on Spotify. But if you are on Spotify right now, you can watch the full thing.
I know,
you can watch
that's
the full
so
video.
weird. Normally I'm not really thinking about how I look and I feel like I'll forget about it in the first like 5 seconds of this. But yeah, you're literally going to be able to see us the whole time.
See this whole video. But that's okay. It's fun. Yeah, we've been working hard, honestly. I know we've said it a few times, but I feel like setting up a podcast room is so much more than you think, because you're like trying to fit like, where will the cameras fit? Where will the lighting fit? How's the sound? So we're going to be fully set up. Like, we're kind of like in transition still.
It's a soft launch.
It is a soft launch.
Mm-hmm.
The hard launch is coming, guys.
Yes.
Don't you worry.
We've got a new shoot coming soon, because in the old shoot, okay, she's cute. She is cute.
Well,
but it's like,
coming
it's
up
not
to
really
our
the
first
vibe.
birthday.
Yes.
And it's been a year since we've updated anything.
How crazy. And how fitting for today's episode, because we'll get into it later, but it does come full circle.
Yeah. But yeah, how's your week been?
It's been really good. I feel like last week was crazy. We had our warehouse sale, our active event. There were so many things on. We were in here most days getting deliveries, sorting things. So I feel like last week was chaos. This week is definitely calmed down a little bit. And it's nice to just get back in the flow of it this year. I feel like now the year is actually like, okay,
It's actually started.
It's starting. As soon as we got back, it was chaos. And now it's like, all right, let's do it.
But the thing is, like, the marketing calendar for the next 2 months is wild. We have so much coming. So it's just like, there's like events there's a few a week. Some weeks, like, there's a lot coming up, which is exciting.
Yeah, we've got some fun things happening.
Yeah. So I feel like everyone, like at White Fox, now that we've gotten back into the new year, we've all been like, everyone's been planning for like what's going to be coming up. So yeah, it's like fun to get back into the year and like see how the next few months are going to play out. I'm excited.
I know, me too. How's your week been?
My week has been good. I feel like, I know we said this about getting into the year, but I think the first bit of the year I just had so much on, something every weekend, like literally every single day for the last, I don't even know how long. Like, I haven't had just a weekend day to chill. So like this week I've kind of just like, no, I'm kickstarting into feeling good again.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling like I'm feeling really good.
Oh,
I'm feeling
that's so
like
good.
Yeah, like getting back into it. I've got a really good routine at the moment. I'm feeling energized and ready for the year.
Same,
I don't know,
actually.
I just feel I'm on a high.
Same. This week I've been like, I'm slaying too hard.
Same.
Like, I've been getting 8 hours of sleep.
Same.
I've been going to the gym every morning. I'm like, where did all this energy come from?
Like meal prepping, like I'm planning. I'm like, we'll get into some of these things, but like, I don't know. I'm out here slaying.
Same. We're going to be so annoyed.
We haven't discussed about this.
No, I'm just feeling really like aligned now.
Same. I do want to though do my mood board, because I have in my head what I want this year to look like, and I've already started putting some things in place, but I think like just having it really clear is something that I want to do. But yeah, no, my week's been great.
You should do it this weekend. It's so good to just see it every day.
Yeah, true. Actually, I could do it this weekend. So we're on the same vibes as always, as per usual.
We are. And today we're going to be talking about that a bit more, because we're doing our ins and outs for 2024. We teased it last week and then we thought, no, we actually need to do that for ourselves. And hopefully you guys find it interesting as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, we did this literally 1 year ago. We launched our 2023 ins and outs. And yeah, we thought, let's do it again. We've been seeing this all over TikTok. Everyone's doing their ins and outs for the year. Even on Instagram, everyone's been posting it. So we thought, everyone's talking about it. I know we're a little bit late, but like we've said, this is where the new year starts.
The year's just only started now.
Yeah.
So sorry.
So, yeah, as always, we haven't pre-discussed our ins and outs.
No.
So I remember when we did this last time, actually, they were all the same.
I know. I think we are going to have some similar ones, but hopefully we have some different ones as well. I've got some random ones in there. You go first. Okay, I think I know that you have this one as well. In run clubs.
Yes. However, I've been trying to get... Okay, this is bold coming from Cody. I completely agree with this. Mm-hmm. I also have run clubs and running. I saw this meme on Instagram that I sent Cody, and it's like, in 2024, either join a run club or stay single. So like,
yeah, run clubs are the new dating apps.
No, but I'm sorry, but I've been training.
I don't want to look like a fool in front of my new Cody here.
I've been saying to Cody, okay, I'm joining a run club I'm joining this run club. Do you want to come with me? And she's like, oh, maybe not. Like, she hasn't been committing to coming to run club with me. But to be fair, I didn't go this week either.
Yeah. No, I will go. I want to go next week because I used to run when I was younger, but I haven't done it in ages except for the City to Surf, and I struggled.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even do that.
Yeah. Rich coming from you. But I don't want to look like an idiot, so I just want to make sure that I can do the run on my own before I try and like chat to people the whole time. So I definitely will come, but I want to get a few more runs under my sleeve.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
But even if it's just like for like meeting new friends or like seeing like a lot of your friends go to this one. So that's so nice. It's just like such a nice social thing to do.
Yeah.
So it's in once I get myself good.
By the time this episode goes live, we would have been to our first run club. So it is in. It is in.
Yes. It has to be now.
Yeah. But literally, like, it's wild. I don't know if you've noticed this, but being down at so like in Bondi in the morning, there is stampedes of run clubs. Like, there used to be run clubs all the time.
Yeah.
Like this year, I think this is in for everyone. Running is like, it's trending.
It is.
Run clubs are trending.
I love it. Everyone wants to be a runner girl, including myself.
And boy.
Hopefully.
Like, yeah. I think it's a good way to meet people, like you said. Like, it is a good way because if they're getting up and running in the morning, like, they're still the same kind of vibe as you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a different way to meet people. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is in.
Because I want to meet people in settings that aren't drinking. Because I feel like you get a different version of someone when they're like
you definitely get a different version of us. Yeah. You definitely get a different version of Scarlett and Cody.
I know. I'm just going to expose myself that I'm going on a date tonight with someone that I met on the weekend, and I don't know if he's going to, I don't know what he's going to be like. I don't know if he thinks that I'm going to be the same, but I'm definitely going to be different.
Yeah, true. It is a weird way to meet people because it's like you obviously when you're out with your friends and like having a wild night, you're going to be not like we're like crazy, but like you're like dancing and
yeah. I'm definitely not doing that at my run club. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Okay, speaking of dating tonight, my first in was spontaneous dates.
Mm-hmm.
I think this year is for being in your energy, and I feel like last year I did go on a few dates, but I feel like I haven't really like, I wasn't just going on spontaneous dates all the time and just being like, I'd just come up with excuses not to. So speaking of, we're both exposing ourselves, but I'm also going on a date tonight.
A spontaneous date.
Yeah.
I love it. Scarlett texted me this morning like, I'm going to be late. I don't know what to wear. I haven't got an outfit.
Well, okay. So he's messaged me like, he did plan this a week ago. He's only messaged me last night. And because I'm in my, slaying week, I'm in bed by 9:30. He's messaged me and told me like Newtown at this time. And for me, like, I'm not, like, if you haven't messaged me and told me a time and place, I'm not going in my brain.
Oh, yeah.
And usually I'd probably be like, oh, it's a bit late. But he did message last night and he, like, did make a plan. So I was like, okay, like, better than the today. Like, that would have been cancelled. So in my mind, when I went to sleep, I'm like, I'm not going on this date.
Yeah.
This morning, when I'm trying to get ready for the podcast, I, like, look at my messages and he said, like, a time and place. So I had to, I was scrambling to get my bags all together. It's a lot of effort to go on an after work date.
It
Like
is.
I've got a bag of food because I'm meal prepping. I was trying to walk down my stairs this morning. I've got a bag of clothes, hair curler, my makeup. I was carrying like 4 bags down the stairs.
It's a lot of effort. And especially like, I don't know, I feel like boys, they don't have to think about this stuff. So it really annoys me when they don't make a plan until the day of.
Yeah.
I think if they've locked in the time in the date and they just say like where you're going the morning of, it's excusable. It's just annoying.
Yeah. I mean, with that in, we're doing more spontaneously. So I'm like, I need to stick with that and go. I just find it really hard for me personally going on first dates because I'm not like, sometimes you get there and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I always kind of have had that and I've really enjoyed it. But I think it's just like getting yourself there when you don't actually know if you like someone. You're like, I'm giving up my night.
I know.
To make all this effort. And I'm like, am I even going to like.
I know. See, that's good that you've had like all good experiences because I feel like I've had a few that I've been like, ugh, that was not a waste of time, but like I felt a bit like, nah, after. Yeah. And it's made me not want to go on dates again ever.
Don't be saying that to me today because I'll be cancelling that.
No, you're going. I'm making you go.
Yeah. All my friends have been saying that.
You need to get back in your dating era. I feel like you do actually build a lot of confidence though. Because even if you're not into it and you reject someone, you're like.
To be fair, like this guy seems cool. Like I feel like I like a fashion boy. We've said that. He does his little like. Yeah, he's a bit of a fashion boy. I've been planning another date this week too.
I know. I love this for you.
In my spontaneous dating era, so hopefully
that's
none of them are listening. I doubt they are. But
I love this for you.
But anyway.
Okay. In concerts and festivals. This was in for me at the end of last year and definitely coming into 2024. So much fun. I feel like it is a lot of effort to like get all your friends to go, but I had so much fun at festivals last year. Like that's literally the highlight of my year. It was so good. And especially I don't know if I would do a camping one like soon, but I would do it again. I had the best time just like getting all your friends there and like so wholesome during the day. Like you're literally just like no service. You're not doing anything other than talking to people and like playing stupid games.
There is nothing better than being at a festival and like walking into a festival with your friends. Like you're walking in and hearing all the music and that rush you get. Like there's actually like you can't match that feeling.
No, it's literally the best. And concerts as well, just like any live music. I feel like, I don't know, the vibe is just there and the people that go to it are like, you've got something in common already. So I don't know. I feel like I've just met so many friends and like, yeah, I don't know. I'm really into it. So that's in for me.
Okay, I love this. I used to be I used to go to so many festivals before COVID and I think it just sent me out of it. So in for Cody is festivals. And music.
Mm-hmm.
So another in for me is investing in your skin. So like investing in getting facials, a good skincare routine. I've already kind of started this. Just investing in glowy skin and having a glowy base. So I feel like, I don't know, even this year I've like started trying to wear not as much makeup to work all the time and like just having like, I feel like having glowy skin is something that we need to invest in our early to mid 20s.
Yeah, I totally agree. This isn't actually on my list, but it is in like my goals to get regular facials and work on like getting products that actually are good for my skin and the areas that I want to like improve on with my skin. And I really want to get skin needling as well.
I've been wanting to do this as well.
For like scarring.
Yeah. And people have such nice skin after they do needling.
I know, like I just want to have really clear skin and like not wear any makeup.
So I think it's, just investing more in having regular facials and like treating what you want to treat in your skin. Because like, and I guess like that's doing it from the inside as well. Like, and that's another thing, just really trying to nourish yourself and eat foods that is going to make you have nice skin and be
not
glowing.
Drinking. Oh my God. It makes such a difference to your skin.
I know it does, but when have you done that?
Not for a while.
This time last year I did it and I have kind of been thinking about doing it for the next 2 months, but just committing to no drinking at all is a big thing. So I'm like trying to decide if I want to do that or not, but I don't know. We can invest in the facials first and see how that goes.
We'll see how we go.
But yeah, investing in your skin is in for 2024.
I love that. In is fake freckles. They're so in for me.
You love this, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really do it when I had blonde hair, but I just started doing it when I dyed my hair, and I really like it. I just feel like it looks so cute.
I love them. I did used to do them.
Yeah.
I don't like them on me anymore. I feel like it makes my face look dirty.
Yeah, I do get that. Sometimes when I've done it, I'm like, but then other times I'm like, slay.
They're really cute. I have been noticing this on you.
Yeah, I haven't done it today. I feel like I don't do it on my going out, but on my day-to-day makeup, I will.
Yeah, cute.
Yeah, so that's a light one, but that's in for me.
In for 2024 is doing one thing a day to organize yourself. So like if that's like clean your car, just one thing a day. So like one day it could be like clean your car. The next day just like clean out a random drawer or the fridge so it's not built up. So just doing like one piece of organization a day. Like maybe it's like clean out your makeup bag or clean out your bag, but just one thing to like for most days.
Yeah. No, you've been saying this and I was like, I said I just want to be in my era of when I think of it, do it, but that's not always realistic. So I feel like if you do one thing a day, by the end of the week, that's 7 things that you wouldn't have done.
And it makes you feel more organized rather than just having like, I feel like last year I'd be like, okay, on this Sunday of this week, I need to have a whole weekend to do all this stuff. But it's just like just doing it a little thing every day to make your life a little bit easier. In the long run, it's going to make you feel so much better. And I already just feel so much clearer. Like I want to be a clean girl in 2024. I want my room to be clean. I want my, like, I know our life is a bit chaotic and crazy and we do a lot. So it's just like trying to find my organization and like being a clean girl in between that.
Yeah, I agree. My next one was being on time, which I feel like kind of fits into all of this. I want to be like an on-time, planned, organized gal. And whether that means like having to get up a little bit earlier or if like I have a really big day and it's going to stress me out to go to the gym, like just stay home and like be more organized. Like I just want to give myself the time to be ready, on time, and like just feel clear and clean.
I would love to do this. I bought myself a 2024 diary. Have I opened it? No. I wish I could be on time.
You can be. You can be. With like tasks, I'm like, that's going to take me this amount of time and it's not. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, being on time, being organized.
On time, that's in.
But it's hard because if I want to get up earlier, I have to go to bed earlier. And then it's a cycle that I'm working it out.
I've worked it out. So you can do it. You can do it. So in for 2024 is being in a good energy. And we've already just said that we've started this, but just having a positive, happy energy. And obviously that's from doing all the things for yourself and investing in yourself, but just being in a good energy.
Yeah.
I just want to be like, I don't know, enough said, in a good energy.
No, I totally agree with this. I feel like just like reminding yourself in the morning that that's your intention, and whenever anything pops up, like that's a bit of a test to handle it in a way that fits in with your good energy. Like things, you can be like in the morning, yeah, I'm going to be positive, and then one thing happens and you're like, oh, like, and then it's gone. So it's like reminding yourself throughout the day that that is what you want to do. All of a sudden it just becomes natural to you. I feel like that's been happening to me lately. I'm like, oh, okay. Like,
yeah.
I'm all good.
But just like fake it till you make it kind of energy.
I agree.
Just being in your good confidence, being in that it girl energy. They call it on TikTok, it girl energy. But yeah, just having fun times.
Slay. Okay.
Out is slay.
Nah, it's not out.
The word slay.
It might. I think it's here for like another 6 months. I'll give it. In for me, shared friend calendars.
Oh, I have one. Time Tree.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
Literally the best. I've got that one. I think I've got another one as well that I've used. But
it's so good.
The best, because you're always like, yep, let's do something. We need to plan something in. And then it's like, oh, I can't do that day. I can't do that day. I can't do that day. Yeah. You just put all your availability in, and then when's everyone free? Let's do something.
Yeah. So for anyone who hasn't seen them, basically it's an app that you can all download, and you like all add each other into the calendar, and you all have like a little different color, and you put in all your events and like you will like say I'm purple and I will say like I have a wedding this weekend, and then Cody's blue and she's like, oh, I'm away for a girls trip this weekend. And then when you're trying to in the group message, you're like, okay, hold up, who's free then? And it's great.
It's so easy.
It is good.
So I would really recommend anyone that's trying to make plans with their group, just get one of those. You can get them for like one-time things as well, like a month. You don't have to be adding everything in for the whole year, but it's a slay.
It is a slay. So in is an everything shower once a week.
Oh, yes.
So I'm sure everyone's seen the TikTok phenomenon of everyone doing their everything shower once a week. And I was like, I want to be that clean girl. So like basically you have a whole shower, you shave, you scrub your tan, you like oil your hair, put a hair mask in, double wash your hair.
Yep. All the things.
Like then you get out of the shower, you put on your like moisturizer, body oil. That's another thing that's in for me. Sorry, body oil.
Body oil.
It's so nice.
Really?
So I have this body oil that I put on after the shower, after moisturizer, and it's stunning.
Oh, interesting. Do you feel like sticky?
No, it's so nice and like nourishing. I just feel like. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything shower. I feel like especially on like a Sunday, it's really nice.
It
just
is
reset.
nice.
Like you feel so good.
Yeah.
The clean girl aesthetic is really in for me.
Just
like,
being a clean girl all around.
Yeah.
Not that we weren't clean before, but just like.
My energy wasn't clean. My energy was a bit chaotic, I think.
Yeah. I think you can just be a little bit less chaotic.
My next in is being bold and like making moves. More like in terms of dating.
Yeah.
I want to just be like going for what I want. Like if I see something, I don't want to have any missed opportunities because I'm too scared. Like fair enough if something doesn't work or if someone's not giving me the right energy back, I'm the first to be like, I don't need this. But I hate just like thinking, oh, like that would have been so good, or like, oh, I missed that opportunity. And I feel like that happens all the time because I don't know what to do, but I'm like, just make them, like, just do something.
Well, I guess it's the same thing as like picking who you want, because it's like we were saying that about Hinge. It's like you go out and pick who you want, but like we're gonna make like choose what we want out there.
Yeah.
And also, you had a friend story from your friend, didn't you?
Yeah. So one of my friends has just been, this is the inspiration behind this one, by the way. She's just been in Europe and she ended up like asking this guy that she really liked, thought was exactly her type, to go on a date with her. And it went really well. And he ended up like traveling with her and they had this like amazing time. And it was like, now she's obsessed with him. They're obsessed with each other. I'm like, that's amazing. I mean, it would help if they were in the same country, but it's inspirational. Like make a move. You never know what's going to happen. At least then you won't be kicking yourself because you didn't, and you'll know. Like if it doesn't work out, oh well, like literally everyone's going to get rejected. So if you're scared of rejection, like you're going to just have to get over that one.
Yeah.
I feel like I've kind of gotten over it. I'm like, if someone rejects me, I'm like, whatever.
This guy that you met on the weekend, did you make the first move? Or did he?
I think I made more of the moves.
What did you do?
Well, I didn't make the initial contact. Like we were in a group of people that all knew each other, but we were talking and then my friends were going to a different place. So I was like, do you want to come with me?
Yeah.
And he came. So
yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
I think another one in dating, so in for me, is being your complete true self and not worrying about what that other person is going to think. Because I feel like what I've learned through dating is when you don't care about something, say you meet someone and you are just friends with them, or you're not really caring about like what it is, or you're not even thinking anything of it. You're completely yourself and you kind of end up vibing.
Yeah.
And then I think sometimes when you have a high expectation on things, or you're like wanting things to go a certain way, you end up not being your full self and it changes the situation. And it's like, if you had have just been yourself in that situation, maybe things would have been different.
Yeah, that's so true.
Like, and I feel like it is hard to be like that sometimes. I think especially like in being in your early 20s, sometimes like you aren't always able to be your full self. Like I feel like I struggled with that sometimes. Not like that you're trying to be someone else, but it's just like.
Well, especially when you don't go on many dates, I think it's like no matter who it is, if you haven't been on a date for a few months, it's always a bit daunting. So you're like, I think it is hard to be like, this is who I am. These are my boundaries. Like, I don't care what they think. Like and it's, yeah, especially if you like, you have a conception going into it. You're like, oh my God, like it is hard.
I know. But I think for 2024, we just really need to work on, being 100% yourself in all situations, because you're never going to regret anything if you were. Like, I feel like sometimes I've gone on dates and I've gotten nervous. I don't know why. Like, it's just a weird setting when you haven't met someone before and you have to sit there and talk to them for ages. But like, I'm like stressing myself out for tonight. I'm like, yeah. But yeah, like going into that and just really trying to be your full self.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
It's easier said than done, because I'm not going in thinking, oh, I'm trying to be a certain way for someone. Like, but yeah.
No, I definitely agree with this. And
I'm on a high because I haven't had coffee in ages, and I'm like, blah, 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 blah.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
There was no matcha on the menu.
Oh, it's so good. Hey besties, we're interrupting this episode of After Hours with a quick PSA that you can get 15% off at White Fox Boutique with code AFTERHOURS15.
So if you need a whole new wardrobe refresh, we've got you. Use the code AFTERHOURS15 and treat yourself today.
We've also left a link to shop and code in the episode notes, so let's get back into the episode. While we're on the topic of dating, my next in is dating intentionally. So this year, it's kind of, I'm a bit different to you. I don't think I'm going on like spontaneous dates as much. I definitely will if it's like, if it works with what I'm looking for. But I feel like last year I was like, yeah, just go on the date, just go on the date. Like you always say that you want to go on dates and then they're asking you on a date, so go. But then I didn't necessarily enjoy it because it wasn't what I was looking for, and I knew that before going into it. So I need to date like with intention this year and know that what I'm going on the date is in line with what I'm looking for.
I'm not going on dates with that I don't know that do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm the same, but I'm like, yeah, I think it's more just being like open to going on more dates, because like last year, like you going on those dates, you would have learned more. Oh, this isn't what I want, or this is like, I like this about this person and this isn't what I want. And I feel like it's all about learning. Like I feel like every date that I spontaneously go on will be because I actually am like attracted to that person. Do you know what I mean? But it's like more just, I really want to feel like it's good to be out there and be dating, because like I feel like once you are dating and you are in that energy, more things come. And maybe practicing for Mr. Right when you do go on it, and you won't be nervous and you'll be yourself. But do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm just, at the moment anyway, I don't want to go on many dates unless I'm really keen. And last year I was totally different. I was like, yeah, let's just go in it. And like, it wasn't a bad thing. I did learn more about it, but maybe it's just because I had a few experiences back to back that were like not it.
I think if you're feeling before you want to go, like you don't want to go, then you definitely shouldn't go. And I feel like that happened to you a few times where you were like, I don't want to go. And yeah, you've pushed yourself. But I think if you're like vibing with the person over message and whatever else, like then it's good.
Yeah.
But for you, I feel like you did do that a few times, didn't you? And you shouldn't ever
just put
have
like a sour taste in my mouth about the whole thing. But I'll be back.
That's definitely out. We haven't got to outs yet, but we should not be going, like if you're feeling like that.
It's true. But I am in for going on dates that I'm like actually excited about.
In for 2024 is scheduling in time for yourself. So if like, I feel like sometimes I'll just fill up my calendar last year a lot. Like, I'll just fill up my calendar and say yes to everything, which I still like I like to say yes to things. Like, that's who I am. But just also like scheduling in time for yourself as well. So whether that's like having like a Sunday reset or like meal prepping or going to the gym, but just making sure all of those things fit in for yourself.
Yeah.
And like, if you've already planned your week out, how it's going to look, and then someone says, oh, can we do this day? Like, no, you actually can't. You're busy because you're choosing yourself as well. Like, still doing everything that you want to do, but just like, I don't know.
Put it in the calendar. Like, actually, it's like from 2 till 6 on a Sunday, that's me time and no one can disturb me. And like alone time as well. Like, I need alone time. Even if it's chill time, but it's like hanging out with my housemate. I'm like, love you, but I need time to like just be on my own because I'm literally a new person after I get some alone time. That was on my list, scheduling in alone time.
We're both in. Both in.
It's in.
Do you have any more ins?
I do. Okay. In is Thursday night drinks.
Oh.
It's so in the city, Thursday night drinks. It's such a vibe. Everyone's out.
I think I need to join you because I think my husband's there.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
oh my God, have you said it on the podcast?
No, I haven't said yet. So basically I went and saw a psychic and they told me like literally my husband to a T, and I think he is at Ryan's Bar on a Thursday night. So yeah, maybe I'll be joining you at Ryan's Bar on a Thursday night now.
You definitely should.
Apparently my husband is a corporate man's who, well, yeah, he's a corporate man's with a suitcase, so.
And also in his psychics, because after your description of your future husband, I really want to go and see one and get a description of mine.
Maybe I should read out my...
Yeah, read it out. It was like so specific. It had me shook.
Okay. So yeah, in his psychic. So basically I went to see this psychic when me and my past boyfriend broke up a few years ago, and I was in lockdown, distraught, and I think Mum was like, what can I do to... What can I do?
She needs some guidance.
She needs some help.
Get the girl some help.
Get that girl some help. Mum's like trying to do anything I can. Honestly. So yeah, basically she was like, yeah, so I feel like you've already like, she's like, you're top of the shelf. You've got guys around you. Like, I'm like, yeah. She's like, you've already met him. You've already met your husband. I'm like,
already met him?
Yeah. I was like, oh, no, I haven't. And she's like, oh, that shocked me. That's like really hit me. I don't understand why you haven't met him. Like, you should not have any problems with dating. Like, you should be having guys surrounding you. Like, thanks.
And you're like,
yeah,
where are they?
And anyway, I was like, yeah, I haven't really had anything like super serious for the last 2 years. Like, I've been on dates and whatnot, and like had like a few little things. And she was like, maybe you're too focused on your career. And I was like, yeah, like I do have a lot of like put a lot into that. And she's like, have you written down things that you would need, like traits, characteristics, looks and feels of your husband? And I was like, no, I actually haven't done that. And she's like, okay, let's write down 30 things now. And I was like, oh, okay, like I'm gonna write what I would want. And she's like, okay, go. So I was like writing. She's like, you ready? So these are the 30 things. And I think Cody is going to get herself into this psychic, and she's going to come with a list too.
Yes.
She's actually manifesting my husband.
Me? Yeah. Your husband sounds great.
Yeah. So he is social. He's a networker. He's socially connected. She's like, you need someone who's like, he's going to introduce you to people. He's like good at networking. He can work the room. He's a great communicator. You need that, she said. He's a solo operator. So she said that means basically he like works individually at work, solo. He has profits or shares in the role that he's in. He is strategic with his decision making. He's a corporate man. He's tidy. She's like not necessarily like freakishly tidy, just like he likes to have his clothes neat. He folds his clothes nicely. He wears a watch. He takes it off at nighttime, but he's particular with where he puts his watch and his keys.
It's so niche.
He wears a briefcase. She's like, not a backpack, not like anything else. He's got a... He actually wears a backpack around.
With his suit.
So yeah, he carries a briefcase. He's on and off planes for business travel. He never carries loose change or cash. He always wants to be on time, she says. Now, you just heard me before. This is not my strong stance. So he's not bald. He's never going to be bald. He has thick dark hair.
Love that.
Which is nice for me. I do like a guy with dark hair. He wears glasses, but maybe they're fashion glasses or sunglasses, not specifically like reading glasses, but maybe. He has 2 brothers and 1 sister. So he lives in a city eastern suburbs. She's like, maybe Bondi Junction. She's like, nah, feeling more Bellevue Hill. He's 6'4" or 3.
Incredible.
He likes swimming. She's like, do you like to go to the beach? I was like, yeah. She's like, okay, good. Like I can see like you like swimming together. He loves swimming. He likes reading. He loves to talk about literature, but he doesn't necessarily work in literature. He has his own place and a bathroom, and he's put his own bath in the bathroom. And she's like, he loves this bath. Remember this bath. Like, you need to remember this. You'll remember this when you meet him. He loves his bath. And she's like, so he remember the bath because he loves to read his newspaper in it. That's his like form of relaxation. So I'm out here picturing my 6'4" husband like with a newspaper that's wet hanging out of the bath. Hanging out of the bath. I don't know about that one.
Maybe it's like on his phone or something.
I hope that it's on his phone because like that just make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very specific. If I meet a man that looks like this and I say, so how do you like to relax? And he's like in the bath with his newspaper, I'll be like,
let's get married.
He has a coffee machine, but he's not addicted to coffee. He just like likes nice things. He likes a routine. He has good control of himself. He's comfortable where he's at in life. Maybe a lawyer, but she's not sure. He's just in a job that is fulfilling for him. He's not young. He's mature and educated. Like, how old are you thinking? She's like, maybe like 38 to 42. I'm like, so 16 years older than me.
I think, and this is what Laura thinks as well, is that you're going to meet him when you're like 28 or 29.
But she's saying that I'm meeting him soon.
Did she?
She's like surprised you haven't already met him. But I did say to her, like, that's too old for me. And she's like, no, this is a person that you need. You've got a crazy, chaotic life. You need someone who can be on time, who's like, you're going to go home and they're like a form of relaxation for you. Like, you go home and it's a nice, like, peaceful time. And I'm like,
that sounds lovely.
That is what I need. Yeah. That is my husband. And yeah, I said, when am I going to meet him? And she's like, when you settle down a little bit. She's like, I'm surprised you haven't already met him, but I feel like speaking to you more, like, I feel like I'm feeling like you're just not ready to settle down yet. Which, in all honesty, I do agree with her. We have so much time for that. And I can't wait for that chapter of my life, honestly. Like, obviously, like, sometimes you do think like that. And like, I feel like as you get older, like, you want that more and more. And some people want it younger, but I feel like being in how we are now, like, you do just want to enjoy it, and it's like that will come. Like, I have no doubt that for both of us that will come. So it's just enjoying this time now that we can be crazy and we can have our own choices and we can do whatever we want and we can focus on work and our friends and be spontaneous. And I feel like that's the stage of life that we're in at the moment.
Yeah.
And there is so much time for that. Enjoy it.
Yeah, like slow down and be like it is hard, and sometimes you get lonely, and being single is so up and down, but it literally is so good for you and so much fun, and just you can like make friends so quickly and just say yes to everything, and I love it so much, and I have to remember that sometimes. Okay, next in is being delusional, but in a positive way. So it's like
this is kind of like the energy thing,
but more like it's kind of like lucky girl syndrome, but I feel like that's overused. And to me, like, being delusional is like, well, obviously I'm going to get that parking spot. Like, obviously it's going to work out for me. Everything works out for me. I don't have to worry.
I do this.
Yeah.
I do this all the time.
Yeah.
I like will say to Laura, I'm going to get a park right at the front of it. Like, I do it in other situations, but she's like, no, we're not. I'm like, don't give me that negative energy. Like, yeah, I am. And I do.
I love that. I think I can be quite like a realist sometimes, and I'm like, oh no, like I'll do this because that won't work. And I'm just trying to be like I'm quite a logical person, but like
I feel like I do this to you, don't I?
Yeah. And
I'm like to you and you're like, no, and I'm like, no, it's gonna happen.
And I'm like, okay. But now I'm like training my brain more to be like, no, it will work. Like, it's fine. And I want to be a bit more delulu.
I love being delulu.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Literally.
Yeah, that is in for 2024, guys, being delulu. And
but
not in a
silly way,
but
not
like
in a dumb way, just in a positive way.
Yeah. Like, obviously everyone in this room wants me.
Obviously,
like, but like,
why wouldn't
in turn.
Yeah. It will happen. It's manifesting.
Yeah, it is. And it's like being on a different, what's it called? Like vibration, like whatever energy that you're putting out, I honestly do think that it comes back.
Absolutely.
It's crazy. Like, some days you can be in your brain like, I don't know, like everything's just going wrong, and in turn everything else will just go wrong. And I literally had one of those days last week. But the days where you're like, everything works out for me, everything's amazing, and you are feeling that like how we said that we are at the moment. Everything just works out. This happens. It is giving Delulu lucky girl syndrome.
Yep.
And we're here for it. That's kind of the same as like being in a good energy.
Yeah.
I know. So in for me is thinking about something before saying yes to it, things. So I feel like I'm a very yes person and I want to be like that. But I also think it's not just straight away just being yes, yes, yes and overbooking yourself. I think it's about being intentional about planning how this year goes. Because I feel like sometimes you just, you say you overbook yourself and say yes to everything without thinking and say yes to all these opportunities, which I think is good to say yes. But just having a little min.
Yeah, I agree. I like the way you phrase that because I don't want to have say no on it because I don't necessarily want to say no, but it's, being intentional and thinking like, is this going to serve me and my intentions? And if it's not, you might have to say no sometimes. It depends what it is. You got to pick like your priorities and what's actually important to you and what can be missed sometimes because you can't do everything.
You can't. We try to do it all.
We try to do it all, but we can't do it.
Is that all your ins?
Yeah, that's all my ins. Okay, should we go on with our outs?
Yeah.
I feel like
we've done this the wrong way around.
We have done this the wrong way around, but it's like starting positive vibes. Now we're like, this is what we're leaving, and then we can leave
what we're leaving behind. What's the first thing you're leaving behind?
Okay. I mean, I feel like we've talked about this a lot, but mine's just chaotic energy in general. Like, I just don't want to be chaos. And it's like, even though life is crazy, it doesn't have to be chaos where it's like, it feels out of control. So
I think this goes hand in hand with what we were saying with being organized and clean.
And prepared on time. Like, there's no room for chaos because I'm always organized. That's my mantra.
I'm going to be a bit of a mix of both. I feel like the chaos throws in some fun there.
Yeah.
It's just part of me.
Yeah. But it's like in a different way.
Less.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We're keeping it fun. Okay, so out is going to bed late. We've spoken about this, but it is out.
It's so unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? I was literally saying to Scarlett the other day, I removed TikTok from my like home screen just because it was a reflex at night to go on it and just scroll and scroll and scroll. I would not remember the last 5 TikToks that I watched. And I was like, oh my God, like I have a problem. I have an actual problem. I need to stop. And now I've broken the habit and I'm like, I don't even need to go on it at night.
Well, that was another one. Using your phone first thing in the morning or scrolling before bed.
Yeah.
That is out.
It ruins your sleep.
Yeah, it does. It does. You can't. I did it last night because I was trying to stress order outfits for the next few things that I have. And I couldn't sleep.
Yeah, you literally can't. If your brain is like too active at night, whenever I do uni at night or any tasks, I'm like, ruined because you need that time to wind down, do your nice nighttime routine and get a good night's sleep because it honestly affects the way you show up the next day so much.
It really does. What book are you reading?
I'm reading Yellowface.
Oh,
it's really good. It's about how this like author stole their dead friend's book. It's crazy, but it was really popular last year. It was like a bestseller. Okay. So I have finally gotten around to reading it and I'm really enjoying it if anyone hasn't read it.
Okay, there's a little recommendation.
What are you reading?
I'm reading Everything I Know About Love.
That's my favorite book.
It is really good. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is it does make you go to sleep a few pages and I'm like,
literally you just need like 10 pages. It's great.
Wow, we're really going into the year strong, aren't we?
We are. Okay, my next one. The words like and I hate that I say it in every sentence. It just makes me sound less confident and
uneducated. Yeah. I'm not saying that to you. I'm the same.
No, we all do it. Like
I think it's really highlighted for us on the podcast.
Yeah. Our generation, I think, is really bad with it because we all just say it. And it's an actual reflex. And I think Australians as well say it a lot.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm going to make a conscious effort to say it less. So we'll see how I go.
I would love to do that, but I haven't set that for myself.
You can only focus on so many things.
Yeah. Okay. This one. And anyone who knows me would know this really does need to be out for me. And I've been getting better, but out. Not replying to messages and having 50 message notifications. Yep. This year I'm replying to people. I've had a few people pull me up recently. Like even one of my friends was like, oh, she's like, it's one of my love languages, people messaging me, and I just know I'm not going to get it from you. I know you love me, but I know I'm not going to get it from you. And I've had a few other people pull me up. Like someone said to me, oh, I thought you didn't like me for a bit because you haven't been replying. And I'm like, okay, I need to get my act together and I need to reply to people.
I feel like I'm the same. I think we're the same type of texter where it's like, if we're talking about personal stuff, we might just leave it and we know that each other's just busy.
Yeah.
Like, I probably know that you've seen it and been like, oh yeah. But like if it didn't need a reply, then I'm okay. I don't know. Yeah. I don't really care about text messages that much because I am so lazy with my phone as well.
I know. And I think it is different for us, whereas we are on our phone all day. So the last thing I want to do is go on my Instagram DMs and check that when I get home.
Yeah.
But like I've been called out for group messages. Like I don't really reply anywhere. Yeah. And yeah, for 2024, I'm going to reply to people a bit more, like just a little bit, like, I don't know, like 5 minutes when I get home every night, just reply to everyone, you know, like stop having 50 messages. Because I see people and I'm like, sorry, I was meant to reply to you a week ago, but I haven't.
Yeah, I agree.
I've been going strong. I told my friend about this morning and she was like, I've not been noticing that. You've been replying.
Love that. Okay, out making excuses for people just because they're hot.
Yeah, the hot and boring.
Yeah. Like I feel like I don't know. If someone's hot, I'll be a lot more open to making excuses for them. But it shouldn't.
Pretty privilege. It's pretty like hot privilege.
Yeah.
Some mans have hot privilege.
It shouldn't matter what they look like. Is that a thing?
It's a thing.
Hot privilege.
Like there's pretty privilege. But is there hot privilege? You know how people talk about pretty privilege?
Yeah.
Is there hot privilege? Yeah.
Hot privilege is in like you'll make excuses for people. Yeah.
Like they can get away with
it's 100% a thing. I don't think I'd do it like to a point where I'm being stupid, but I'll let things slide. I will do it.
So that's out for 2024. We're not doing that anymore.
I don't care what anyone looks like if they're not.
Oh, I don't believe you. Out for me is weekday hangovers. I don't do it often, but when I do, it's just, I can never do it again, is all I'm saying. Like, I actually can't.
You don't do it ever. The only reason we do it is if we had a White Fox event.
White Fox
event. Or a Sunday
or like
thing.
A public holiday or, something.
It is really, really hard to push through. It's like, I always think, why did I do this to myself?
It's out for 2024.
I know. I think in summer, there's a lot of like Sunday day drink kind of things. I can't make it. And I will not be present.
Except Cody's in is going out on Thursday nights, so.
But not out, just like
just being
drinks.
Around.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, love that for you. Out, straight hair for me.
This has been out for me for a long time. And I know I kind of have it today, but it's like more blow dry. But like, I've never liked straight hair on me.
Yeah, I really don't like it on me when my hair's quite long. At the moment, I'm getting a haircut today, but like still, it looks so much better when it's blow dried or just styled in some way. If it's going to be out, if not, I want to put it up because I really don't like on me when my hair is just dead straight, no volume.
No, same. People always say to me, I love your hair when it's straight. And I'm like, what? I've done it like, I never do it. But like when I do, I really feel upset.
I think it does look good on you.
No, it doesn't.
It does, but I get it. For me, it just feels like I'm giving nothing. And I never like photos of myself with straight hair. So I should do something about it.
Out for me is not sticking to a budget.
Yes.
Sticking to the budget is in. I feel like last year I did this when I was saving for Europe, and I really stuck to it. And then I feel like after Europe, like I kind of let it go a little bit, and I'll like be a bit lenient. But this year I want to have my budget and stick to it, and like just having a realistic budget. So obviously I'm going to spend money. I'm going to put that in my budget that I'm going to spend money. But yeah, just having a realistic budget and sticking to it so you can do fun things. Like I want to go to Europe again this year, and you betcha I'm going to have to stick to my budget. So.
Yeah. I love that. I actually didn't put anything about my budget on my lists, but that's in for me as well. I'm trying to be really savvy. And you feel good. I feel like I'm not being stupid.
Yeah. We're growing up.
Apparently. Hopefully.
In my late 20s, I'm mature.
Out is stressing over little things. It just is literally such a waste of energy, time. You said this to me the other day, something went wrong here, and to be fair, it was quite stressful, and we were like, what are we going to do? But you were like, it's not going to change anything. Like, you literally can't change it now. And I thought, yeah. I think with everything in my life, I'm pretty good at doing that. When it comes to work stuff, I'm like, it's hard.
Yeah, it is hard when it affects something else other than yourself.
Yeah.
But it is the thing of like, whatever situation that happens, however you react to it is how it is. So it's like, obviously, if something bad happens, like sometimes, yeah. But like most of the time you can just think, is it gonna like change anything, me stressing? Well, no.
Yeah, the best thing you can do in a stressful situation is just take a step back and think about what you actually have the power to do and change and solve in that moment. Everything else, put it to the side because you can work yourself up and make the problem so much worse. I used to do this.
Being okay the other day.
Yeah, it was fine.
So if you were stressing, like it's just like, what's it like? Especially even before you know, that something's a problem.
Exactly. There's just no point. It's such a waste of time, such a waste of energy. So yeah, stressing over little things, out.
So what is I don't have too many outs, but my last out is overthinking replies. And this goes like hand in hand with being yourself. And I feel like sending replies to ask my friends like what to reply to things. I feel like sometimes I get into the habit of doing things like that, sometimes especially in dating. And I feel like it's just like trusting yourself and not overthinking things, because I feel like when you're not interested in, say, a guy, you're just replying and you don't even think. Like sometimes I'll like not even think and I'll just reply and not even know what I've sent.
Yeah.
But when I am interested, I'll be overthinking it and not know what to say.
That is such a good one because I did that as well.
Yeah, and it changes.
Like, why? Like,
why have I
don't owe this person anything? You know how to talk.
Yeah. But suddenly, if someone's hot, I don't know what to reply to you.
Well.
But I think, just like backing yourself and just not overthinking it. Just whatever comes first to your head, just write it, because that's what you would say to your friend. That's what you'd say to anyone else, and that's you.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't overthink it. Just say whatever literally comes to your head at that time.
Yeah.
And if they don't like it, that's fine.
That's so true. And don't think, oh, well, they sent this size message last time, or they said this, or they would want to hear this. Like, don't think any of that. Just say what you want to say. And exactly, if they don't like it, then...
Yeah, literally,
they're
who
not
cares
the person.
How long since they've sent it, how long the message was, just anything. Just we're just being ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. I like that one. Okay, I think that's all of our ins and outs for 2024.
Stunning. I do like that. I feel like there's a good mix of everything in there. We've really covered all aspects of our lives.
Yeah, we have. And I think 2024 is going to be a good year.
I have this weird feeling. Me and my friend were messaging this the other day. I just have like such a good feeling about it.
I think it's going to be a really good year too. There's already so many exciting things happening. And I feel like when you go into something with good energy and knowing what you want, how could it not be good?
Yeah, exactly.
Love that for us.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
and we've come full circle. It's so nice that we did this episode like literally basically a year ago.
I know.
It went live and we're doing it again a year later. If you listen to that episode to this episode, it would have been crazy, like the difference.
Yeah, I know. I want to listen back.
Oh, I find it really hard to listen to episodes back. Like even like a few, like say it's like a few months ago, I'm like, I don't think those things sometimes anymore.
I know.
Like I don't agree with what I'm saying. Sometimes I'm like, you really? hear yourself change.
Yeah, you do. Because you can change so much in a year.
So I don't know. Maybe we should listen back. Maybe we can do it together.
Maybe.
But yeah, that was everything for today's episode. We're heading into 2024 with good vibes.
Yes, we are.
And let us know if you've watched the full video on Spotify.
Yeah.
It's so fun that we have this now. Let us know what you think.
About
it. Thank you so much for listening. Please rate and review our podcast on Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
And make sure you follow us on Instagram and TikTok for all the extra BTS content. And we'll see you next week.
As always, make sure you subscribe and download wherever you get your podcast. And also, we would love if you could give us a review. That would also really help us out.
And also make sure you follow us on Instagram and TikTok for all the extra BTS content. And yeah, we'll see you next week.